If you're in Toronto, a day trip to see the legendary Niagara Falls might already be on your wish list. But here's something many don't realize. Niagara Falls isn't just a quick hop away. It's about 125 kilometers from downtown Toronto. That's a fair bit of ground to cover, especially if you're traveling solo and relying on public transport. In this video, I'll take you step by step through my journey, with tips to make your trip smoother and more enjoyable. Let's start at the Union Station bus terminal. Note that it's a 10-minute walk from the main Union Station, railway station. They're not the same building, so give yourself extra time to find it. There are multiple buses heading to the falls: Megabus, Flixbus, GoBus, so keep an eye on the digital screens for your berth number. Megabus runs several daily services to Niagara Falls. I paid around 15 Canadian dollars and booked a morning departure. If you're going with Megabus, arrive at least 15 minutes before departure. They leave on the dot. The morning rush can be unpredictable. On my trip, traffic added an extra hour. So yes, it can take up to 3 hours to reach Niagara Falls. Pro tip: visit the washroom before you board. You'll thank me later. The bus makes a short stop at St. Catharines, a small city on Lake Ontario, and then another at the Niagara Falls bus terminal. From there, the final stretch winds through neighborhood streets, until suddenly, through the window, you see it. A cloud of mist hovering on the horizon. That's the first sign. The falls are near. If you're sitting on the left-hand side, east-facing, this was your moment. Camera ready? The bus stops right next to the Table Rock Welcome Center. This is your drop-off and pickup point. Make a mental note of where you'll board the return bus. As you get closer, the roar grows. You hear it before you see it. Then suddenly, there it is, Horseshoe Falls, one of the most powerful and awe-inspiring sights I've ever seen. The water crashes over the edge at 2,400 cubic meters per second. Mist rises in thick clouds, cooling your face and dampening your clothes if you linger too long near the railings. The walkway is wide and easy to navigate, even with crowds. Most visitors stick to the stretch between Clifton Hill and the Rainbow Bridge. If you want a quick escape, climb uphill to the Tim Hortons at Clifton Hill for an affordable coffee and a breather. Need a break? Head into the Table Rock Welcome Center. There are clean washrooms, and from the top floor, an incredible panoramic view of the Horseshoe Falls. It's hard to describe the feeling of standing that close to such raw power. You feel the thunder in your chest, the mist on your skin, the chill in the air, even on a summer day. When it's time to head back, return to the same spot by the Table Rock Center. Look for your bus. Don't get confused by the WeGo buses. Those are for getting around the Niagara region. And settle in for the ride home. So that's how you can visit Niagara Falls on your own, using public transport. It may not be the fastest journey, but the freedom to explore at your own pace and stand so close to nature's force is well worth it. Thanks for joining me on this solo adventure. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next walk, safe travels.